This is how the BNP see the other political parties, with their snouts in the trough of MPs' expenses. The British National Party's advice to their own supporters is to avoid all talk of violence, but they certainly dealt with these mock opponents here rather robustly. And the more serious message was to call for withdrawal from the European Union, to ban all further immigration, and to send a message to those worried about their jobs.
On every single ballot paper in Britain, underneath where it says British National Party, it's going to say on June the 4th, British National Party protecting British jobs. This is the core of our campaign slogan in terms of our positive message. Now, thanks to what's been going on in the press over the last few days in particular, but that's only been building up on a feeling that's been going on for a long time. As I'm sure you all know, the British people are very sceptical about all politicians. When we knock on doors, you know, as canvassers, that the most common thing, the reason people might reject you, is because they think politicians, you're all the same. And we know that's not true, but how are we going to get across to the public? I think, in fact, the public already know. The word of mouth we've had from all over the country, I've been out on the campaign stump, especially in the northwest, and the amount of support and sympathy from the public is enormous now. What's going on now, as opposed to, say, even a month ago? A month ago we were being treated well by large numbers of the public. We're now treated, our activists, the length and breadth of Britain, are treated almost like a liberating army. Everywhere they go, people, thank God you're here at long last. And I think that's because people have seen what's been done to this party, and they know we are different. All the others have their snouts in the same trough, even the little newcomers like UKIP. They're all part of the establishment system. Everybody knows it. Whereas they know that we, the British National Party, have been vilified by the mass media, the BBC in particular, for decades. They don't do it to anybody else, only us, because we really are different. We're persecuted. The public might think, well, politicians are in it for themselves, in it for the money. They cannot possibly think that about the British National Party, because everybody knows that if you're in the British National Party and a policeman, you will lose your job. If you're in the British National Party and you're a teacher, they will try to destroy your career. Being in the British National Party is not a career choice. We're not in it for money. We're in it because we love our country. Pure and simple. The public out there know full well that all politicians are the same, but that we're different because we're the only party whose leader and key members have been repeatedly put on trial under anti-free speech laws which make telling the truth an offence. That's sunk home to the public. The other parties, the government, the Labour government in particular, guaranteed the success of the British National Party when they put me on trial under a law which says that telling the truth is no defence. That's what made the public realise the British National Party really are different. We're not in it for the money, we're in it because we intend to put right all the wrongs, the many wrongs that have been done to Britain and the British people by not just the Labour Party, but the Tories and the Lib Dems as well.
BNP's parading a record number of European election candidates, but the party's constitution makes it clear that not everyone is welcome as a member.
We're here primarily for the English, the Scots and the Irish and the Welsh.
But isn't that racist?
It's not racist to have a group standing up for your own people. And the fact is...
But you're a political party. I mean, you're not simply an interest group, you're a political party. And you're saying membership of that political party is limited to Anglo-Saxon, Celtic, Norse folk communities. There's a few subsections, but effectively that's it.
When the ruling establishment dismantle the system which they've created, which makes native Brits second-class citizens in their own country, then we'll consider letting ethnic minorities into the party. Until then, we have no hostility to members of ethnic groups, but we have to be here primarily to stand up for our own people.
The British National Party are spending more on these European elections than they've ever spent fighting any other election campaign in their history. They say just 8% of the vote will guarantee them one seat, and they're hoping to win many more than that.
Thank you very much.
Nick Griffin says he's still hopeful of picking up protest votes because he claims there's a lot to protest about. But voters might decide to show their disaffection in a different way. Ian Watson, BBC News, Thurrock, Essex.